Hello everyone and welcome to SOS Wrestling and to the third episode of my Pro Wrestling World Cup series. This episode we do have the Canadian qualifiers, and I have to go over production, that's what it was. I increased everything up one except for production values because that was a little bit too expensive, but everything else seemed manageable. We might not make as much money, but our ratings as far as the show ratings wise will definitely be better. So that's good because we're averaging about a 34, 36. And speaking of our former shows, they both got 500, and this next show is anticipating 700 about people. And it helps that the wrestling industry and economy are going up, so we can definitely see our attendance rise over the coming month. But back to the Canadian qualifier, the main event, I guess you could say, the whole basis of the episode. This is what the bracket is looking like. We have WWE former employee Rene Dupree, the youngest champion they've ever had, I think, before Tyler Bate, or maybe Tyler Bate's older than him. I don't know. We also have Ethan Page, we have Kyle O'Reilly, and we have Tyson Dux, who I don't think a lot of people know about, and I think he's really underrated. He was in the Cruiserweight Classic, but I think he made a first-round exit. Moving on to the Canadian qualifiers right now. So we start off with Kyle O'Reilly versus Ethan Page. Kyle O'Reilly got a 38. Page got a 24. Sorry. Fortunately, Kyle O'Reilly was really off his game, but Ethan Page is improving in performance, so we might see him in the future sometime. 708 people at this show, so that's pretty good. Definitely better than our other shows, so I think it was just a matter of me finding a better stadium, to be honest. But I think we're doing good, and we'll see how the company itself grows over the month, because that's how long the tournament is total. About that it did not have much heat, and terrible wrestling. Tyson Dux defeated Rene Dupree in 11-19 by pinfall with a fast roll-up. This got a 26. Tyson Dux got a 31. Rene Dupree got a 19. He was also visibly tiring, so probably should have booked him a little smarter, booked him in a little bit of shorter match, like around 10 minutes probably, but we can deal with that. Moving on to the foreign showcase, Big Daddy Walter defeating Akira Tozawa in 8:39 by pinfall. I got a 27 rating, which is really unfortunate because I thought it was going to do a lot better. Their ratings definitely say it should get around a 30, but Big Daddy Walter is actually improving in flying and performance, so that's good. I can't imagine he does much flying, but moving on to... he is from Germany, by the way, for those who don't know. So he'll be in the European qualifiers. And obviously Akira Tozawa in Japan. But moving on to our main event, Kyle O'Reilly versus Tyson Dux, to see who will be representing Canada in the semifinals. That's it. I forgot the word semifinal for a second. I'm great at this YouTube thing. But almost forgot. Here is what the brackets are looking like now. I'll give you a second to look at that. And moving on to the final, I guess the quarterfinal, it would be. Kyle O'Reilly defeats Tyson Dux in 13:53 by pinfall with a brainbuster. Riley gets a 33, Dux gets a 29. Overall rating of a 29. It's probably not going to do that great as a show. I think because we increased our production values, I think we'll get about a 30, I would say, but I'm not counting on it. Freestyle segment, Kyle O'Reilly and Tyson Dux hug after the match. Dux wishes O'Reilly the luck in the finals. I'm really having trouble with this whole talking thing today. 42 rating, not the end of the show though, because we have a press conference. O'Reilly gives a press conference to sports writers from various media outlets. At one point, he is asked who he thinks the biggest threat in the tournament is, and without batting an eyelash, he quickly responds, "I am." So, Kyle O'Reilly definitely has a lot of faith in himself, and we'll see where that faith takes him, if it gets him past the semifinals and maybe even into the finals. Who knows? He's definitely one of the more promising talents, or bigger names, I guess, in our entire show, and I was about right at 30. So not a great show, but I wasn't really expecting much from the Canadian qualifier. And next week, I think we have the Japanese qualifier, which will probably do better. I'm assuming, because we have a lot of good talent and they came relatively cheap, so I'm really excited for that episode, and I hope you are too. I think this was an alright, suitable episode. A little bit short, but again, like I said last time, this series will be a little bit short. Now that I think about it, I might just be able to release 2 episodes to kind of this week of the Pro Wrestling World Cup to kind of move this series along a little bit. That might be an idea that we play around with. I think, like, if I did it on like a Saturday morning, that'd be pretty good. There's really not much else for me to do. Sorry about only maybe 2 or 3 videos and no local global this week, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. I'm trying my best, and I hope you guys appreciate that, and I hope you appreciate this channel, because I really try very hard, and I'd like to be a success. I consider myself at this point better than I thought I'd do. Very warm welcome from the YouTube and the TEW community. So I want to thank you guys for that. I also want to thank you guys for watching. If you did make it this far in the video, you are a saint. And if you did like it, and you haven't already liked it, I suggest you do that, because it really helps. Well, I actually don't know if it helps, to be honest, but I think it helps, and it makes me feel good. So thanks for watching. If you did like the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys next time.